Ladies and gentlemen, thank your lucky stars. An extra stream today. Is it your birthday? Is it Christmas all combined into one?
I think it's almost birthday today.
And the marksman's here as well. He's going to speak real loud because he's sitting all the way in the back in the nosebleed seats. What is cracking lacking? Welcome, Ruth Brooks, Mr. Fareed. I love that it's blue, so you can't see who's commenting.
I can see fine.
Tristan Frank Burks is what's cracking lacking. Good to see you guys. Very special stream today. We are doing a casual hardware review on the beautiful. Let me get it front and center here, ladies and gents. On the RTX, this is the 1060.
Yeah, 2060.
So 2060. That's what we have deal here. The RTX 2060Z series, and we have the RTX 2070Z series as well. We have both these cards. I currently have the 2070Z series in my gaming computer. But we're going to take a look at the 2060, look at some benchmarks, look at some ray tracing demos. It's exciting stuff. You know what's also exciting, ladies and gents? Stuff double in the microphone, Mr. Putter in the house. Welcome. What's also exciting is that we thought there would be a good idea to update.
Don't tell them.
To update Windows literally like 15 minutes before we went live. So the PC is busy updating Windows in the background.
But we're rather going to take you guys through the hardware for a moment while the PC gets itself sorted out.
Yeah.
So while it's updating, maybe Dave, we should switch over to the wonderful Sky camera. We can take the guys through.
You guys want to see these puppies up close? Hey, buckle up.
Do a live unboxing, guys.
Buckle up. You guys want to see these puppies up close? I don't know if you can handle it.
My head is not fitting in the screen.
I don't know if you can handle it. Let's start turning the music down. Okay, we'll kill the beats.
I'll probably have to get a little close to the mic.
Okay, there we go.
So guys, here you can see both the MSI Gaming Z Series GeForce RTX cards we got. We got the 2060, which is pretty much like the mainline, like consumer or enthusiast level graphics card you get now. The 2070 is probably a bit higher up in the echelons. It's quite a bit faster than the 2060, and we will get into all the benchmarking later.
Show the back.
Here's a picture of the back.
Look at all the things.
Dave likes the back of boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I'm going to actually show you some of the cool features about this card, take you through all the nice things that MSI have made it. So this is the Gaming Z edition. MSI has a couple of different ranges. Gaming Z, I do believe, is their most high-end range, and then their Armor edition is usually the lower end, the cheaper range. So this is one of the high-end cards. What's nice about it is you get the RGB, of course, which Dave always likes.
RGB is life!
And you can also see they've really upped their packaging game. So it comes in this nice fully black box here, slides out, and then you've got this little safety protective, what do you call this stuff? Polystyrene.
What's happening, Merrick? Welcome, buddy.
You get a little thank you note from MSI for purchasing their product. I've seen this a lot with new hardware lately. Guys are like, thank you so much. What's also really nice, you get this nice little folder here, which has got all your driver discs. It's even got some stickers and all the good things. It's got a Lucky cartoon inside.
Lucky Dragon cartoon. That's worth the price of admission alone.
It's got the latest, well, it's got a driver CD. I doubt these are the latest ones. So you get a driver CD in there, and you get your basic user guide, warranty, all the good stuff over here. And it's quite cool. You got the QR code, so you scan that in on your PC, and then you can, check it out on your phone. What else do we have in here?
So many trinkets.
So, this is quite a new thing that MSI's got. They give you beer coasters. So
that's
this
pretty
is
cool.
like right up Dave's.
They know their target
so it
market.
comes on this little cardboard thing here, and you can pop these out. We're not going to pop them out because, this is a review copy, and someone else will get upset if there's some Dave beer stuff left over on it.
It'll double its value if there is.
But obviously, that's not the main reason why we're here. The main reason we're here is actually for the GeForce RTX 2060. So this is a mid-size card. It's actually quite short. I haven't got the measurements in front of me there on this piece of paper here.
Can't see it. You got to lower the frame now.
Sorry guys. There it is in its beautiful packaging. This is a horrible camera angle for me to hold it like this. Let's pop this bad boy open here. So we had this in earlier during the week. We've had Dave jamming on this a little bit. checking out the performance and everything, and now we currently have the 2070 in. So if you take a look at this, it's got the twin Frozer fan design, so it's got this dual fan design, custom PCB, custom massive aluminium heatsink. So hopefully you can see that there. Hopefully it's not looking all weird on the stream. And then the RGB is in all these sections over here. So obviously with Mystic Light, MSI's RGB controller program, you can do all of that. And then at the top here, you've also got this lights up MSI, but you can't really change the colors of that top section. The one thing I don't like is that there isn't much lighting on top of the card, and most people's gaming PCs will sit with the card looking like this. So you won't see the RGB, which will be basically shining down in the bottom of your case.
It's too high.
Oh, sorry. So what you want to do is, if you have the money, get one of those cases where you can mount the card against the viewing panel like this to really show off the RGB. So what's nice about this card being so small and with the custom shroud and the custom PCB is it's really good for a like a media center build or a small form factor PC build. The power usage and the heat usage is quite a lot lower than the 2070 and the 2080 and the 2080 Ti. So it's really good from if heat's your big problem. The fans are more than capable. Like these are basically the exact same fans they have on the 2070, and they're exactly the same size, and they're cooling a much smaller card. Also, from a power perspective, you only need one 8-pin PCI Express power supply slot. So it's a lot easier if you've got a smaller, like a 500 watt or a 550 watt power supply. But and then the connectivity on the front, no DVI ports anymore. I think guys are moving away from them. So you do have HDMI, and you've got display ports. I think it's got 3 full-size display ports and HDMI. So unfortunately, unlike the 2080 Ti, you don't get the, what's it called, virtual link interface, which is USB 3, HDMI all combined into one. You just have your full-size display port and HDMI port here.
All right. Cool, you done, buddy.
I think, yeah, the last other thing that MSI is doing, which I quite like, is they have these custom backplates. So most graphics cards, they just have plain PCB at the back, which you can see this wedge in here. This one's got a customized full aluminium backplate with the MSI logo. This is all etched in here. It's not a sticker or anything. With this cool cooling breakdown, you can still access your fan screws and your PCB, I mean your cooler screws if you want to replace the stock cooling, you want to put water cooling on. And I think it's just a really nice, really classes it up, especially when you have in your case. Same as on the 2070 RTX. They both have this, and I think it's a really nice addition. It looks really fancy.
Nice.
So that's that for the 2060.
Alright, back to the penthouse we go.
Let me put this back.
Nico, what's crack lacking? Because we know you don't have performance off, you can't show it off to your buds. Nico, Mornay Smith, what's happening? Turn off the awful music. Those beats were custom made. These beats were amazing, but I've turned it off now, don't worry, buddy. So that is just a basic look at the card, quickly what it looks like. The various aesthetics of the card, ports and such. For everyone just joining us, welcome. Big ups to MSI for letting us play with both the 27Z series and the 2060Z series. Been rocking the 2070 for the last, I'd say 2 weeks. I'm loving it so far. We've prepared a few demos for you guys. What is happening, Marek? Hey, Dave is on a dry diet at the moment, so no, Dave. The dry diet ended a few days ago, so I'm back on the sauce, but thanks for asking. So it's all good, but let's get into the, should we get into the demos maybe?
Well, do you want to explain what RTX is first?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, let's go to the game screen here, let's break it down, because a lot of people might not know this.
Let me get to the right position.
A lot of people might not know this. Okay, let's go full screen. So, we've got a few of the RTX demos, just the videos that NVIDIA released. So a lot of people don't understand what exactly ray tracing is when it comes to the RTX series.
And this is the big selling point of these cards. This is why you'll buy this rather than buying a second-hand 2070 Ti or 2080, or I mean 1070 Ti or 1080, because these cards have this RTX feature, which NVIDIA is saying, look, this is going to be the next big thing. It's it's an interesting feature because it's quite subtle, but once you've seen it,
once you see it,
you really, really want to have it in your games going forward. The only problem is right now, the only game that has it is Battlefield 5.
Metro Exodus coming out next week.
Next week, they say it's going to be in there, but like they haven't actually said it.
It's in there. We got the demo and everything.
Yeah, but like, will it be working when we load it
Maybe.
up? Maybe.
I think it's definitely going to be in there.
And then what's it? Final Fantasy 15. So there's basically 2 games and 1 game coming out next week.
Yeah.
That's got this feature.
Yeah.
And for those of you who watched our 2080 Ti overclock video, you'll see how difficult it was for us to find the place to try and show you guys.
Perfect place. And
so that's why now we're rather going for the videos.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to just show you guys what the effects are. No, start from here.
Stay here. So this,
turn off the volume. Turn off
this
the sound.
this is basically ray tracing off. So this is Battlefield 5. As you can see, we've got a vehicle here with some water around. And
it's a reflective vehicle as well. So like there's this flame going off next to it. So hit play on the thing.
So if you look,
check it out.
Okay, well
that's RTX on compared to RTX off. So you can see the reflections of everything is so much more intense.
Real-time reflections with RTX.
It shows you every single thing that's happening in the scene.
RTX off.
RTX off, like it tries to emulate what it thinks it should look like, but it usually gets it wrong.
But let's check which looks better. So obviously, it's trying to basically mirror the image of the flame on the side of the car as best it can. RTX back on. Boom.
And the other thing is RTX will pick up reflections of objects that you can't see personally, which is what makes the big difference in it. And there's a couple of games. I think there's about 35 games they say in development at the moment that have RTX enabled. Like if you look in the water at the bottom here, you can see the reflections of the flames, which you will not usually get.
So notice that, notice how it's like
all the reflections of the people's legs, all of that stuff, the flames behind them. If you turn RTX off, you're going to lose all of those reflections.
So take a look at this. Let's have a look at what the guys at Eat. So the RTX off, you basically get nothing. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Are you kidding me? Hey, once you see it, you cannot unsee it, guys. There's a huge difference. Nico, how awesome, guys! Thanks for sharing. Hope you guys are enjoying it on the ETech page. We got plenty more to come, so stick around, ladies and gents. How are we doing in the chat here? We got Tristan, what's up? Paul, but only 2 games supported now, so what's the use? I would say that in the next year you're going to see a lot of games.
Like this is definitely future-proofing. So the big thing is, and I think let's switch back to either the Penthouse or the Skycam.
Okay.
A couple of things about these cards at the moment. So if you are in the market for a card, I think let's have you gone back to the Penthouse?
Penthouse, yeah.
Okay, you go to the Penthouse, and
here we are.
So a couple of issues with these cards. So a lot of guys at the moment, they're trying to look for second-hand cards or look for 1070s or 1080s or 1080 Ti's to buy now. But the market's drying up. I think
you'll scooch up.
You know a guy who's maybe got a couple of things for sale,
second-hand,
and they're expensive and they're going up in price all the time. So it's basically becoming a requirement that you need to start looking at.
Should we go to the screen?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool.
You need to start looking at like the newer cards and making sure that these are the ones that you want to buy.
We have linked both cards in the description, so if you guys want to go check these cards out, I dropped both the RTX 2060Z and
so
the RTX 2070Z.
You can switch over to the game screen.
So
now.
go take a look, guys, if you want to see what the price is.
Our wonderful friends at EveTech probably have the best prices in the country. I haven't seen better prices than this. So the RTX 2060 from EveTech right now is going for 7,549 Rand in stock. This is the exact one that we are using now.
Yeah.
This has got the RGB. The big downside with this card is it's 6 gigs of RAM. So it is GDDR6, which means it's got a much higher bandwidth than the old GDDR5 in the last generation cards. However, it's still only 6 gigs of RAM, and you'll see this when we get to the benchmarks later, that it just runs out of memory, and especially at higher resolutions, because as you go up in resolution, you start like doubling your memory requirements. So at 4K, this card starts really, really struggling. Whereas the 2070 is got the 8 gigs of RAM, which makes it a lot better. The only problem is it's 13,000 rand, and this is a good price. Like, don't get me wrong, these guys, they will give you a freaking amazing discount.
We dare you to find a lower price. You won't find it. That's why we dare you. That's why we're so ballsy with the pricing.
So yeah, their list price is 13,648 if you're paying credit card.
Yeah.
If you want to do direct cash transfer, it's 13,000 rand. Same with the RTX 2060, it's about 8,000 rand. Yeah. That is a lot of money for a graphics card, but you are getting a really, really great graphics card.
I've seen some 1070s and 1070 Ti's floating around for like $7,000 as well, so it's a damn good price.
Yeah, I think it's a really good price. So if we just switch back to the Skycam here, I just want to do some beauty shots of the RTX 2060.
Okay.
Because I'm secretly looking at other websites now because we planned this so well.
So you guys get to stare at the.
So yeah, as you can see, look, it's almost like it's reflecting in the water down below.
That ray tracing.
But I must say, this card is a lot shorter than the 2070. The 2070 is a much longer card, and then it's definitely something. So let's take a look at some of the benchmarks. We did not benchmark this card ourselves. We basically threw them both into Dave's PC.
Yeah, we
looked at how the performance is.
Yeah.
However, Dave's running, his gaming rig is a 1700X Ryzen. It's a really good PC, but like if you want to do graphics card benchmarks, the best thing to do is have the ultimate top-end CPU processor, like a 990K or a 8700K.
Yeah. Because
you don't want the processor bottlenecking your graphics card performance. Whereas this processor is still pretty good, but it's definitely not the top end processor. So we just played. Our benchmarks would basically be meaningless because Dave's also got a whole bunch of streaming software and sound and audio software on his PC. There's too many variables. We don't have a dedicated tench page yet, but we're probably going to get one soon. And so we're using TweakTown. They've got this exact card. They've done a review of it very recently. And what's quite interesting is the 1080p benchmarks. So if we jump into here, you can see here we've got the RTX 2060, and it's actually kind of thumping the 1070 Ti, which is a really great card. And it's getting about 2 frames a second more on the maximum or average frames a second, and the minimum frames per second, it's well over, it's a little bit lower at 36 compared to 52, but there's probably some loading issues around there.
You get that ray tracing, so don't forget about that.
And all the RTX cards seem to have this very low minimum frames per second, so there might be something wrong with the drivers when they tested this. It could just be a driver thing, yeah. You can check here the RTX 2070. That's quite a beast of a card. It's a lot faster than a GTX 1080, and especially at 1080p. So for a 1080p system, if you've got a 1080p monitor, you've got a high frame rate monitor, like a 2060 will do more than fast enough. It's almost as fast as a 1080. You can actually buy them off the shelf right now from EveTech, and you can check it out.
Raul saying, what body parts would I need to sell on black market in order to afford one of them cards? If you shop at EveTech, nothing. You don't have to sell a single body part. It's your boy.
So if we look at the like Overwatch benchmarks, like Overwatch, this thing is hitting 200 frames a second at 1080p on ultra settings with all anti-easing off. The MSI RTX 2070 also hitting 222 frames a second. Like, so at 1080p, you basically getting frame limited by your processor at this point. Same problem we run into when we do benchmark testing here. Like, you start hitting this 200 frames per second mark, like a 1080 Ti also starts, the average moves up and your minimums start at 200 and just carry on going up. Like, you're not really getting much more bang for buck. Again, this has got a weird minimum frames per second bug.
Just drivers there.
But I think it's a driver bug.
I think I'll definitely get that sorted.
Then Shadow of War, you can see it's getting close to an RTX 2070 in this, much faster than a GeForce 1080 even.
That RTX 2060, dude, is not far off that 2070,
And for $8,000, like even on a second-hand market, you might find a 1080 for about $8,000. It's probably been used in mining. It's probably been in some dodgy guy's house.
I might know a guy. If you need one.
Phone Dave.
If you want a, drop me a DM, guys.
Yeah, if you want a quick hookup. Otherwise, like, This, you're getting probably a 3, I think. It's got a couple of years guarantee on it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful gaming card, ready to go out the box. You know no one's been using it to do some dodgy mining.
Peter Fnac, what's happening, buddy? As well as Rion Boats. Eve Check is awesome. That's what I always say.
Oh.
That's what I snap, buddy. What's happening to Mr. Mills? Still no reason for me to upgrade. What are you running under the hood there, buddy? Raul, I'd rather wait for the PS5. Raul is a console fiend, so that makes
He only
sense.
likes consoles and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
He will accept nothing less.
Nothing but consoles and Call of Duty. He's going to name his firstborn child Call of Duty. I can promise you that.
Yeah. So here you can also see, like in Rainbow Six Siege, bit of an older game now. They did release that ultra high
It's a cool game.
textures mod for it, which like really started pounding the older GPUs. Here again, the GeForce RTX at 1080p is running well over 100 frames a second, almost 200 frames a second, which is a massive amount, and it's almost keeping up with the 2070. So at 1080p, I would almost say don't waste your money on a 2070. If you know you're going to keep your 1080p high refresh rate monitor for a good couple of years, rather go for the 2060. Save yourself 7,000 rand.
So it's a lot of money saved, dude. Hey?
Or what, 5,000 rand? Sorry, my maths is bad.
The 2060
5,000
is a bit of a unicorn, bro.
It is.
Hey?
Yeah. 2070 is also really good. Like, it's almost keeping up with the 2080, and it's faster than a 1080 Ti. And that was like a 17,000 rand graphics card. So you could almost argue for 13,000 rand, you're getting a bit of a bargain.
That's a damn good. And dude, you're obviously getting ray tracing on top.
And also, if you look at where to upgrade from, and I think this is a lot of questions a lot of guys have. Like, I've got this card, should I wait or should I upgrade? I think if you've got anything, even if you've got a 980, if you've got the low memory, the 4 gigabyte 980s, I think it's time for an upgrade. That will give you huge performance.
Would you say a 1070 standard, not Ti?
If you have a 1070, I don't think it's worth upgrading, really.
Okay.
Like,
Unless you jump into like a 2070.
Yeah, if you're going 10, even then, like if you're going 1070, I would then either wait for like a 2080 to drop in price, or wait for the next version.
Check Metro, because Metro's out next week, FYI, guys.
So this is Metro Last Light. This is the older version.
Oh,
as you can see, it's running at 151 frames a second. Again, no real problems here. At 1080p, the problem with the 2060 though comes in at 4K resolutions.
Yeah, 4K.
So let's jump to some of the benchmarks.
If you're one of the 5 people that actually games in 4K in the country, this is for you.
Yeah. So again, like if you can afford a 4K monitor, you can probably afford a 2080 or 2080 Ti. Rather go that route. If you're not into big games, if you're into games like Overwatch, like your average frame rate's still going to be over 60 frames a second, which is amazing, really. 4K resolution, your minimum frames is 41, but you can start seeing it starts losing out to the 1080, and even the 1070 is almost neck and neck with it.
Leonard says, I'm still running a 1080 Ti. Dude, if you're running a 1080 Ti...
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're kidding me.
Unless you really want the RTX features for the one... If you like... If you wake up, fire up Battlefield 5...
And Leonard, this is for you. Stefan Zeitzman, and that's why I play on PS4. Everyone that doesn't know what ray tracing or doesn't even believe in ray tracing, buckle up.
Yeah. Show us the Metro.
You want to see Metro, or do you want to see reflections from Star Wars?
You like Star Wars.
So. Okay, let's do Metro. So check this out, guys. So ray tracing, all about one direct source, light source. Check this out. Natural light source. So instead of faking the light sources, it's illuminated from one place. Take a look at this. So you won't get this on a 1080 Ti. What? RTX on? Okay, so there you can see
all the reflections in the water, all that beautiful stuff. Everything's like super realistic. I think they start with a lot of RTX on for now.
So this is all RTX on, ray tracing on. It's
I'm excited for this game, by the way.
Yeah, this game's out next week. We have a few copies to give away.
Ooh.
Snuck that in there.
Giving out the...
Snuck that in there.
Giving out the details already.
Stay tuned on Friday.
So this is RTX off, RTX on. And like you can see the difference in how the lighting reflects. RTX off, they're trying to estimate what the lighting will look like.
So you might be thinking, it looks... Why is it so washed out bright with RTX on?
Because there's a giant sun behind you showing all the light.
Yeah.
It really shows itself off really well in the inside scenes.
Yeah.
Like you saw there just briefly how dark the inside looks with RTX on. Like here, this is a perfect example. Like now it looks like a generation behind.
Yeah.
With RTX on, You can see all the detail in the shadows. I like this little feature here. That's really cool.
Check it out, dude.
Where that middle bar is RTX off. Like you can see there's too much light in the scene. RTX on looks a lot more natural.
It looks
a lot
so
more
much
realistic.
more natural. Look, like it would be dark if you were inside an abandoned room.
And in here, like it's kind of trying to figure out how much light would be going on. But with RTX on, it knows it's really legitimately calculating. So that's why there's so much light on the roof, because it's bouncing off the floor, reflecting back onto the roof. Unfortunately, there is quite a big frame rate hit. Let's jump back.
Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking.
You want to keep looking?
I want to keep looking. I haven't even seen this demo.
Yeah, so you can see it's like pitch black in the corners with RTX on, which makes it really moody, really exciting. I know most pro gamers are just going to bump up the gamma so they can see in the dark, but, you know, if you like it looking the way the developers wanted it to look in their heads, then RTX is really cool. Is it worth the premium?
We can come back to
That's
this.
a question.
Let's talk about reflections for a little bit. So this is a little Star Wars demo. Obviously, real-time reflection is a big thing with ray tracing. Check how good these reflections are, guys. Only able to do this with RTX cards and ray tracing.
Do you know what they used to make this demo run in real time?
What?
So above the RTX 2080,
it looks like the movie.
Above the RTX 2080 Ti is the RTX. What's it called? Not the Tesla. It's the Volta.
Yeah.
Which is like probably 100,000 rand.
What?
And they used 4 of them.
What?
Yeah.
But dude, this looks like cinema CGI. This looks like the movie.
I know. Do you have 400,000 rand?
Not burning a hole in my pocket at the moment.
That's the real money.
But look at those real-time reflections, guys. Hey?
Yeah.
Jeez.
These things have all the magic.
Cheapers. It looked like CG. That was running in real time. Mr. Mill says, I want a copy of Metroid. Then you better stick around, buddy. PS5 going to have ray tracing at launch. No upgrades needed. You got to wait a long time. They're only announcing it next year and releasing it next year.
The other feature of RTX that doesn't get talked about much is DLSS, which is a different type of super sampling or anti-aliasing, where it actually uses the RTX cores to try and do better ray tracing.
This is
this is going to be long and possibly boring.
Check this out. Another example here of RTX.
This is from Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider is supposed to have RTX, but they haven't released it for some reason. This is what they're showing here.
How much better is that? Check even in the pots, dude. On the left, the pots are reflecting like the ambient lights. So check this out. RTX is on. Turn it off. Turn it off, Mr. NVIDIA man.
And it's actually
take that in.
Taking the reflection that's wobbling around.
Yeah.
And it's wobbling around.
It's picking that up in the shiny pots. But wait for it. Boom! What?
Now there's nothing.
Let's time travel back 10 years. This is a PS2. Is this a PS2? What?
Dave's just staring at it like a very slowly.
Like a moth to a flame.
Yeah. Dave is a graphics.
I'm a graphics nerd.
He really enjoys the graphics. But let's.
Tell me the card.
No, we'll wait. Okay. You just want to go through all the demos all the time.
I want more graphics.
So Dave, like, when. What are you looking for? Like if you were to get a new graphics card now, would you want the 4K vibe, or would you like high res or high frame rates at 1080p?
Craig's coming in with a very pertinent question. How many frames does it get on Theme Hospital? We get that all the time. That's probably the number one asked question when it comes to RTX and ray tracing.
I think when it comes to RTX, like, we don't consider frames anymore. It's like, is it generating real life simulations?
But in Theme Hospital, specifically that game.
Basically, you can put your hand into the screen and move the characters around.
You can feel into their chest cavity and feel their lungs, like surgeon simulator.
I think Craig's been playing too much Theme Hospital.
Yeah.
So as you can see, with Overwatch, the 1070 Ti starts taking over at higher resolutions, and the main reason is because it's got more RAM. That's why the 1080 Ti starts dominating, getting like basically matching, if not beating, the 2080 at those frame rates. You can see on Shadow of War as well, like, you're already starting to drop under 60 FPS at 4K resolution at in Siege, you're just above 60. Oh, that's a weird
What
noise.
was that noise? You guys hear that
And even
noise?
like an older game like Metro Last Light, you're
So-
running at 44 frames a second at 4K. Like, it's not optimized for 4K, but still, it's starting to struggle badly. Even the 2070, actually. Only the 1080 and 2080s are
my cat
keeping
was,
up with
my
it.
cat was making a noise. I had to put it outside quickly.
Oh. So as I said, like, I think from like a consumer advice perspective, if you're running 1080p most of the time, this is a really, really great card. If you're running a smaller build, a more compact build, I don't think you really have a better option than this card. Mainly because the 2070 will not fit in a bigger build. So it's something to keep in mind. If you're going for 4K and you want better performance, go for a 2070. It's sort of striking that balance between very expensive and good performance value for money. And you always have the opportunity, if you can find something like a 1080 Ti second hand and you don't care about RTX, maybe then that's the option.
If
for you.
RTX is not floating your boat, then by all means 1080 Ti's, you'll pick up a deal.
Yeah. So you want to jump into Atomic Heart, one of the other new games coming out?
Let's check out Atomic Heart here. Yeah, this is just before we completely. Okay, here we go. RTX on.
So the other annoying thing about NVIDIA is they've made all these demos, and they made a whole bunch of interesting demos
Which you can't download.
which you can't download, which is a bit silly.
Look how good that lighting is, dude.
Yeah, so you can see like that lighting reflecting and the shadows off the shadows. Like, you can't do that on a current. Well, you can do
You
it.
can't
try and
fake
do
that.
that
You
on
can't.
a-
Well, look. This is them trying to fake it.
Yeah.
So now you can see straight away. Wait, hold on a second. That light source, that doesn't even make sense. You know.
Also, I didn't notice the massive drop in frame rate.
Yeah.
So it does take a huge frame
Yeah.
rate.
But they're working on it.
If you guys watched our 2080 Ti stream, even though at 1080p 144 hertz we were running fine, at 4K it starts taking a massive hit on performance. Problem is, there's only 1.5 games.
Check.
that
You
really
can see the
support
little robot's eyes in the background. This is
Yeah.
reflecting off the little nuke casing here.
it. And this is impossible on current cards. You cannot do a reflection like that.
Dude, that's insane.
What's crazy though is that Duke Nukem had those reflections all the way back in
Balls.
1996.
No, it didn't.
Remember, you could jump on the counter in the bathroom and look at yourself and
Those
see the monsters
there
behind
was a
you.
mirror reflection, yeah.
Yeah, but that, like, most games struggle to do that now.
Didn't someone mod Quake 2 with ray tracing?
Yeah,
You can take a look at that
absolutely.
after this as well.
Can we?
Yeah.
Oh well, you want to just play a video.
Yeah, just the video.
The only thing is, like, RTX off, the shadows are those sharp edge shadows, where RTX on there,
Get those
it's
soft-
actually a
those soft.
lower quality shadow, but it's got the soft edges.
You want those
And the
natural
multiple
soft
lighting.
edges.
And I think the next generation or the generation after that, you're going to have as clean shadows as the RTX off shadows. Raul, what's he saying there?
I'm out, Dave, heading home. We'll watch the rest of the vid when I get home. If you're not on anymore, I'm just looking to play everything on Ultra 1080p with a minimum of 60 FPS. PS for the win. Thank you for tuning in, Rolls. Drive safety. We'll catch you a bit later, my good man.
Does he work for PlayStation?
I think he does. So then you owe me a case of beers, guys. What? Based on bet we said made last year. You said PS5 will come out late 2019, and I said early 2020. I always said it was going to come out in 2020. I said it was going to get announced in 2019, and I said with Europe it would come out in 2020. Did I say that?
You just lied.
I digress.
Why are you lying to the stream fam?
I'm not lying to the stream fam. I said it would get announced in 2019. It wouldn't come.
But yeah, so let's stop the demos for a while, and let's take some questions from the audience. So, what graphics cards are you guys running now? Are you thinking of upgrading? What do you like about these cards? What don't you like? Is the price too high? What price would you buy in? I think that's actually quite a good question to have a look at.
64-bit?
Let's jump back to the Sky camera for a bit. While we see if this
Should we
is
launch this
gonna
64?
work.
Go to the penthouse.
Penthouse.
Yeah.
So.
There's only so long you can stare at a GPU for.
Oh, do you want to stare at our beautiful faces?
Of course,
Oh.
of course.
So let's see.
So we do have a benchmark.
We
that
may have a
that we
benchmark.
may have a benchmark that we got together here.
All right, this
Looks like it's
actually
willing
might
to work. All right, well back to the game
So-
screen.
We are running the 2070 at the moment. 8 gigs of RAM. Not the highest end, but it is pretty good. this does run real-time ray tracing. This is newly released 3D Mark benchmark. It's the Port Royal benchmark, which a lot of people have had before. And this is running basically full ray tracing, everything. So this is the reason we were a little bit late.
Just get ready to turn the volume down.
Actually, let's just turn off the audio. Right here. So we're just going to run this without audio at the moment. And hopefully it'll just run just fine.
Let's have a look.
Always fun. So yeah, what
Make it full screen though?
It'll go full screen. Patience.
Just checking. Any questions you guys have about the RTX series ray tracing?
Tell us about the price. Tell us about your concerns. Are you guys going to go second hand, look for old mining cards? Like, we want to know what you guys are thinking of buying, what you're looking at.
Bergen saying 20.
Do you want
20 Rix
one of these?
Is a
fine cards.
Is a bikkie te duur for me.
Ooh, Dave.
You remember the whole beautiful 2060? Look at that.
Yeah.
2060 Z series. Beautiful card. While we load in here.
Yeah, it's a really, really beautiful card. Yeah. I must say, MSI is really like up the game. With
you know what? Like, if I had to buy a GPU now, I'd probably definitely go for the 2060. Because it's the price.
In your budget.
It's in my budget. But dude, I mean, without it, I mean, having seen those demos just now, like ray tracing. Now that I've seen it, I can't not have that in my games. But also, dude, I think with future driver updates, they're going to squeeze a little bit more out of those cards.
I think so. And like you've already seen with the Battlefield 5, they released it and the frame rate was terrible. And then they released the update where they just tweaked some of the features, and then it started really picking up.
Benjamin, honestly, it's like I'm in a Spanish lesson, don't understand much about the PC world, but happy to support the stream. Benjamin, thank you so much for the support, bro. Let's get him a welcome.
Welcome to the jungle,
Benjamin,
baby.
if you have any
Welcome
questions,
to the jungle.
Fire away. We'll try our best to help you out.
Yeah, Leonard say I'm not upgrading soon. Can't afford the new cards anyway.
Yeah, you see, that's what a lot of people are having the issues with.
They're not cheap, but that's why the 2060's there. It's to bridge the gap.
I honestly think Nvidia's gone way too expensive. I think this card should be sitting at about $5,500.
Well, yeah, I can tell you now that and the 2070 is going to be the biggest seller. Like the 2080 Ti, we had a 2080 Ti, and dear gosh,
it's 27,000 rand.
Yeah, dear gosh, it was beautiful. But not
it's
many people.
It's a great card.
Not many people at 27k just burning a hole in
their
pocket.
They wouldn't give it to us. They were like, you can play with it for a week.
You can look at it through a looking scope, from afar.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play games like most battle royale games.
Ooh,
here we go.
So this is all with ray tracing.
This is running
on the
on our
2070.
system. Real time, ladies and gents. Welcome to the.
You can see all the reflections everywhere. Well, the dummies are falling over.
That's why they're dummies.
So you can see it, like it does take a performance hit.
Look at that. Look at the graphics.
It is some good.
This is not a test bench, so the CPU is definitely bottlenecking.
Yeah. That looks quite nice on the stream there.
Yeah, it does look pretty.
At least this is the one thing we can actually show you running on actual hardware. But look at those reflections there. All the offsets, all the reflections. Like, you can't do that on a non-RTX card.
We should have had this for the 2080 Ti.
That wasn't released then. You see, it was only released this week.
Sneaky. Yeah. First guy to stream it in SA, another exclusive.
Probably.
That's how we do.
Benjamin losing his mind about how much a 2080 Ti costs. Yes. They are not cheap.
It is expensive, eh? The battle is yet to come between AMD and GeForce. Peter Mostard.
So AMD's also just released their Ryzen 7, which is a very beautiful looking card. And they do say it should be as fast as a 2080 for around about the same amount of money, but it doesn't have the RTX features. They're basically saying, look, RTX is cool and everything, but it's not ready for prime time yet.
It's taking strain.
And you can see this is a 2070 running, and I think we're running at 1080p.
Z series, yeah.
Z series. Not overclocked or anything. We're running standard clocks, and I'm sure with a 8700K or something like that, CPU will get a lot more performance.
Notice the reflections. Notice the real time lighting.
But there is shadows. And the thing is, it's subtle. But when you notice it, That's when it's really, really
when we were doing
amazing.
those demos earlier, you can really
Yeah.
it's like blatant. It's like night and day.
Yeah, like unfortunately this is ray tracing on, but like every reflection you see is a real reflection. Like on the ship especially, all of those reflections are impossible on a non-RTX
It's
card.
the same technology that they use in movies like animation, you know,
Yeah.
like Cars 2 and stuff like that. That real time.
But what they do there is they take 24 hours to render one
Yeah,
frame, and this is trying to do it at
happening
60 times
in
second.
real time.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. It's
Yeah.
actually a Concorde moment for visuals.
Concorde moment, eh? You had that in the back.
I had that in the back pocket for an hour and a half. I was waiting for this. Okay, give me credit where credit is due, buddy.
Concorde
A
moment.
Concorde moment.
I've
for
been
visuals.
left speechless
Well,
by your beautiful wordplay.
It was worth sitting on for an hour and a half. Then.
Man,
Yeah.
amazing.
Everyone's like, "Holy shit, that much for a graphics card!" but that's the high end. That's for the serious enthusiast. We're talking about the 2060 here, entry level card that can produce visuals like this. You know,
Yeah.
the 2070 is what we're running off now, which
Yeah.
is a smidge
And
more expensive.
2060 doesn't not run this. It doesn't run it as well, but it will totally run this benchmark. As you can see,
Yeah.
we're running 20 frames a second, which
Yeah.
not amazing. But for what this graphics card is actually doing, is quite amazing.
It's like you said, like these guys render out these Pixar and Disney movies. They render them out for weeks. They just leave their computers, problem solving all the math for the lighting. This is happening in real time,
Real time.
which is phenomenal.
Yeah. This is the future. Like, it probably isn't quite ready for prime time yet.
It's not. No, it's not.
But it's really good. So for those of you just joining us now, we are testing the 2060 Gaming Z series and the 2070 Gaming Z
Yeah.
series from MSI, the
MSI
RTX.
were nice enough to lend us these cards for a week
Graphics
or two
card.
just to play with. Here we
So
go.
we're running them through the one benchmark we can actually run right now.
Yeah.
As Benjamin says, those reflections are dope. They are dope
So
indeed.
dope.
You
Look
can
at
pick
that.
both of these cards up if you're in South Africa. You can pick both of these cards up from Eve Tech. They probably have the best price in the
Go,
country.
link in the description. We've linked both
Yeah.
these cards in the description. Go check them out.
The 2060 is 8,000 Rand. Yeah, 7,500 with their special.
7 and a smidge, yeah.
And 8,000 Rand if you're just buying it with credit card.
And 2070
And
is-
2070 is a little bit more expensive at 13,000 Rand.
Yeah, and that's what we're running on right now. This is
Yeah.
in my gaming rig. Like I said, it's not a test bench. The CPU is bottlenecking. So if you had this in an optimal setup, what would you have?
Ooh, I'd have a 8700K, probably overclocked to about 4.7, 4.8.
So I'm fine.
Or a
with-
9700K.
Yeah.
Um,
So when you've got those components playing a role as well, dude,
Yeah.
you're going to see a massive.
you're going to see an increase.
Yeah.
The weird thing with RTX, because it's using a different part of the CPU, is that in most games it actually runs cooler than running it without RTX on, because it's actually spreading out the heat. That's just a weird little fact that you got. So there we have a number. You guys can take it, leave it.
Well, I'll tell you this much: 4,707. I was looking at the scores earlier. The all-time. Let's have a look here. Monitoring frame rate. GPU load was cranked out here. CPU. I was looking at the all-time marks. So guys were getting 22,000.
Compare results online. Click there.
Check this out. Let's see how well we did, guys, compared to the
So
guys.
remember, this is basically the middle of the range. Close that. And go down. Down. Wait, let me drive.
Validate results.
That is a valid result. Let's go to results.
It had the all-time. If you go to the home thing, it had the all-time guys.
Let's just
Oh, there you
go
go.
to
The best of 3D
Port
times.
Royal. Oh, these are yours. Add to compare.
Let's have a look here. So Port Royal came out in the last week and a half.
Let's say Hall of Fame.
Now check this out.
So
Kingpin.
where's Port Royal.
Kingpin. Let's see what he got on Port Royal.
So what we
20,000.
got 4,707.
Oh.
So this guy's running an RTX 2080 Ti and 2 times SLI,
SLI,
which
dude.
they technically don't actually support.
Yeah.
And then Titan RTX, that's the big boy one.
Dude, 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're doing water cooling and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
like,
they are,
and maybe
definitely.
even some.
So if you go
some
screen, you'll see Gamers Nexus there.
crazy.
You'll
dude.
see.
So we are so far off that score.
But you know, these guys are running on dedicated hardware, probably with specialized
Vernon wanted to
cooling.
know if VSync was off. VSync was off.
VSync was off.
Yeah.
It looks synced. It looks well through the capture card. It will try and VSync everything.
Yeah.
It's just because how. So you'll see. But on our side, we're seeing a lot of frame tearing.
What is the power consumption?
A lot.
What do you think?
No, for the 2060, it's actually not that bad. It's only running an 8-pin power connector, and I think you can actually run it off a 6-pin, and it'll be fine. It's just outside of spec. So I think that's only running about 150 watts of power. The 2070 needs two 8-pin connectors, so it's running about 180 or 190 at max load. The 2080 and 2080 Ti are pushing like 250 plus.
Check how you can see the dude's muzzle flare in the stock
Yeah.
of the wood there. Look at that shit.
Look, RTX is an amazing technology. It's a pity that more games don't support it, and it's a pity we don't have Battlefield 5.
Yeah. But we are getting Metro, and hopefully we get to hold on to the card for long enough so we can show you guys. Look at the sun on that card,
Yeah.
by the way. Hey?
There's some good
Look at
stuff
that, guys.
going on there.
I mean, if that doesn't look borderline photorealistic, I don't know, just in terms of lighting. It's amazing how good lighting can make something look
yeah,
real
lighting,
to the eye.
lighting is like the big thing. They
then-
just flash it off for a second, there, and you see like all the details.
I missed it.
And also, there's even surface
Oh, there
properties.
You go. There you go.
So the paint doesn't reflect as well as the glass reflects. The glass is like much clearer reflection,
Yeah.
and the paint is
I mean-
slightly blurred, slightly out of focus.
Call me crazy. Could you guys honestly play with RTX off after seeing how much of a difference it makes? And don't say yes.
I like blurry windows.
I like crappy. Look at that. Look at like you see the whole building next to it.
Yeah, that's actually too reflective for me. I think they should actually tone down.
Yeah, make
that
a
reflection
little
a
bit,
little bit.
more translucent.
Mm.
It's still the fact that it's. Check this.
But that's not a technology issue. That's
It's just gameplay design.
that's just the game like
They're
die.
gonna turn it off now, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, then you can see the building behind you exploding. So it is rather amazing. Like
Dude,
it's
phenomenal.
a crazy amount of computing power.
Yeah. It's absolutely phenomenal.
So after this amazing,
Oh wait, they're dropping in the big V2.
after this amazing discussion we've had, who's going to be going out and buying?
Everyone's robbing a bank tomorrow.
Imagine like tomorrow you see like 17 people that rob banks.
They want that RTX. They want that RTX.
RTX sales going through the work.
Oh.
Click cancel. Click cancel.
there we
click
go.
cancel. Click cancel. Oh, not play.
I like to push Neil's. Have you seen this demo yet?
What was the one that you wanted to show us earlier? Quake 2.
Oh yes. So what is it called? It's
Quake 2.
ray tracing. Check this out, guys.
Quake 2.
Quake.
Wait, Quake 2. Type Quake 2 comparison.
What's this one?
Yeah, that one.
Check
That
this
one,
out,
yeah.
guys. So this is Quake 2, old game that was modded with ray tracing. Check this out. So on the right is obviously which one's ray tracing?
The right one is ray
The right one is ray tracing. So let's see.
So you can see like reflections of the light and the shadows are specifically.
How did they mod this into Quake 2?
Well, that's the beauty with RTX is that it's just a feature.
It's just,
so you say something's a light, and then it'll project rays for you. Also, it runs not great,
but it's also it's actually not complex because you're just adding one light source.
no, you're not even adding. It's taking whatever it thinks is
Yeah.
a light source and then rendering it out properly. So you don't have to do lighting in games anymore. You just put a light source, and
It'll just do the math.
It'll do the maths and show you.
So ray tracing's on the right, left is no ray tracing.
Yeah.
This is Quake 2. Dude, with ray tracing on it actually doesn't look too bad for a game that's like 15, 20 years old, eh? When did Quake 2
Quake
come out?
2 came out in 1997, so it is 22 years old.
22 years old. There you go.
Why do I know these things? I don't know.
It's good. You gotta have that in the back pocket. You got retro gaming.
Why do I remember when games
you're awesome.
from 22 years
Because you're
ago
awesome.
came out?
The coolest cat on the block.
Uh,
That's why.
yeah, so here's a nice side by side. So you can see there's a lot more depth of color. There's a lot more contrast between light and dark. The shadows specifically, like they've got these nice like fade away details on the shadows.
Vernon asking about the temps of the card when running the bench. We didn't have a temp reader.
Oh, we didn't have a temp reader, but this card does not get very hot at all. Dave's PC's had a couple of heat issues recently.
My CPU.
And the card has definitely not been
The card's the coolest part of my rig.
But I think, so guys are modding old games to become more ray tracy and all that fun stuff.
Let me see if I can. We wanted to jump into some Apex as well.
You just want to play more Apex.
No, maybe.
I think we're going to jump into some
this is the one I wanted to see. Check this out.
Let's just get the overlay for the frame rate going.
Check this.
Project Soul. Oh, so all of this is not pre-rendered. This is not old school graphics or anything like that. This is all real-time rendered with all the reflections. And I think the problem is, like, because it's new tech, everything's way too reflective.
Yeah.
They're
trying to show it off.
Every surface of everything has got reflections. And in real life, we know that that's not the case.
Yeah.
So I think once they've toned it down, once it becomes commonplace, it's going to look a whole lot better.
Yeah. Once again, we did link both these cards in the description if you guys want to go check them out. Both the RTX 2060.
Both of them in stock, available at Eve Tech right now.
Check it out.
Like, if you're playing 1080p, you don't have a huge budget, you want to get a new graphics card. If you're running something like a 970 or even a 980 with 4 gigs of RAM, definitely worth an upgrade.
If you're building a rig and you just need something that's going to last you like maybe 2 years,
even if you're running a 1060, like, it's a huge upgrade from a 1060, but if you got the money, it's like, otherwise I would wait maybe for the next generation. So I think it's pretty cool.
2060, I think that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. 2070, if you've got the money to play with, absolutely. Vernon saying, is the RTX the only feature, or is the card more powerful?
No, the card is definitely more powerful than the preceding generation. So the 2060, if you're running 1080p normal frame resolution, is roughly about 10% faster than a 1070 Ti. So those cards were about 8,000 Rand when they came out, or like before these came out, and these are around about 8,000 Rand. So it's a like for like change, and you're getting 10 to 15% more performance on any game you play. Plus, you're getting the RTX feature, so you'll get the reflection like that guy's butt in the broken thing over there. Like, so you'll get that for free plus 10% performance.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, as they develop this tech, you can see that it's just going to look more and more like like CG.
Yeah.
You know, like animation. I mean, look at this. This could be. The lighting plays such a big role.
Dave again, just staring at the screen, not saying anything. Great content.
I've never seen these demos before,
Vernon. So these definitely they're 15% faster, or 10 to 15% faster than a level ups version of the card before. So 2060 is faster than a 1070 Ti. A 2070 is faster than a 1080. 2080 is definitely faster than a 1080 Ti. So they're definitely an improvement in performance. However, they do come at an extreme cost. Like, they are not cheap cards, but basically no cards, if you want this level of performance, are cheap at the moment.
But we did a little comparison, in terms of graphs and stuff. You can see what sort of frame rates you're going to get. If you go back about 40 minutes, you'll be able to see. We did a graph comparison, so you can see what how well the card performs in certain games versus the other cards like the 2070 Ti's, 1080 Ti. So go check that out, and you'll actually see where it lies in terms of frame rate performance with the same settings.
And if you want the sweet reflections on your chrome suit,
need the sweet reflections in your chrome suit. Look at that.
This is the stuff you want. I don't know why they didn't release these demos as demos. I think it's because they would run at 1 frame a second on these cards.
That's exactly why.
But they do look damn cool.
Yes, dude. Like, how good is that lighting?
Shame. Dave's like, oh,
dude, like I've never seen these demos before, so it's just blowing my hair back.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, reflections. I should be able to stream with one rig then, Vernon. So you're talking about streaming, yeah?
Oh, good. The old streaming with one rig question.
Trust me, because
so I will never recommend streaming with one rig, no matter how good your PC is. I think let's jump back to the penthouse for a moment, and let's let Dave be the hand model for the card.
2060.
While we maybe end off the review part of.
We're gonna jump into some gaming
scene.
now to show you guys some performance. So there is the RTX 2060. Get you nice and close. Notice how small the card is. I use my hand as a reference. I've got big hands. So there you go, little port side there, just for you guys to check out there. Backplate. Quite a sexy backplate, if I do say so myself. So that is the card. We're going to jump into some Apex Legends. I've got the
so
frame
you can
rate.
actually see the game running on the card. Like, this game doesn't have any RTX features.
But just a performance.
And also just because it's a great game.
Performance biblet. Should we do it one for one? You want to start us off?
You go. I need to go check on some things.
Okay. I need to go check on some things.
Yes, things.
Okay.
Things and stuff. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
have no idea what it's talking about.
You start off a game.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into a game. Apex.
Audio's down here.
Do you have the frame rate counter?
Oh wait, let's see if we can try and get that thing set up. What's
frame
the
rate.
Control Alt F1 or something?
He wants to do things.
Hold on.
You guys are the best. Thanks for the answers. Vote in any time, buddy. That's why we're here, my good man.
The overlay
That's
for
why
this
we're here.
thing.
So we're going to show you some Apex Legends running on the 2070 Z series. It's dude, it's a thing of beauty. It runs like silk, like silk. There you go.
Top left.
There. Make it big. 300%.
That's gonna be huge.
No, but the people need to see
I know
it.
you'll be able to see it now.
I need to get LASIK eye surgery sooner than later.
Just see if this will actually show up. We might have to exit and then go back in.
Wait one, there's the giants. Wait one.
Okay. Games.
Wait one. I'm also going to be starting the Retro Revival series pretty soon, guys. We're going to start with Command & Conquer General, so you want to see that kick off probably next week, and we're going to
also
kick
not
that off.
RTX enabled.
Not RTX enabled, but we have some big announcements on Friday with Metro Exodus. We're doing some cool stuff with the Legends at Apex, so you want to stick around to hear that.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah?
Tomorrow we're playing some games as well.
What, the Division 2?
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening, we got the Division 2 VIP beta code. So we're going to be squatting up in the evening to jams in the Division 2. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to jump in. Sean saying this game is insanely fast paced, dude. I can't love this game enough. I cannot love it enough. HUD layout, FPS counter. Okay, so we had.
Let me just do this.
What's that?
We have 2 FPS counters.
Okay.
I'm going to just turn off.
Frame limiter.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Oh, VSync.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you got to turn off to just unlimit the frames?
Mm-hmm.
What about screen tearing?
You'll get screen tearing, but people want to see frames.
You want to see frames? 144 says, yeah, boy. Can jump on in, y'all. Gimme. Gimme. I love this game. Let's see what we unlock quickly. New armor for this guy. Yeah, I'm not digging.
Man, just
I'm waiting for the server.
Okay.
I'm not digging that armor, by the way.
What, the shiny?
Yeah, I think it gives me away.
No, you're just bad at this game.
Dude, I got a solo today. A solo victory.
Oh, hold on. Let me just check something quickly.
Let me equip. Okay, sweet.
I need my
skins.
Disable adaptive. Just want to make sure all this stuff's on. As you can check, we're basically running the spot shadow detail kills performance for some reason, so that's why we turned that down. But you should see some frames going on here.
Mr. Mills, how much have you been playing? Not enough, buddy. Good couple hours, but not enough. Neil's just popping out checking on things. So I'm gonna get into a game real quickly, show you guys some sweet 126, 132. On the top right, we have the FPS counter. It's gonna be a show, one hell of a show. I'm playing without sound though, so that's gonna make things interesting. But take a look how smooth this runs, guys. Cranked out the wazoo. You guys ready? Guys ready for the domination? Yeah.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah.
When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master.
Let's do it. Our guys played well last night. Thank you. We did get a win in the final game, Vernon. Just before we had to end the stream, the last one was a win. I don't know how we won that. Apparently the guy died off the zone because no one killed the last guy, but we did win. However, if you missed my stream today, go check it out. I got my squad died in the first 10 minutes of a game. I ended up pushing to the end by myself. Did a squad wipe and had the most beautiful grenade kill to secure the victory you've ever seen in the history of the world. So you want to go check that out. I'll make a suggestion here.
Oh, all the things are fine.
You just went to the bathroom? Yeah.
No, I was checking things.
What was wrong? You went to the bathroom. Now I'm just concerned. Say you went for a pee.
I don't know why I have to tell everyone on the stream that.
Well, that's fine. We're human. You need to pee sometimes. Okay, cool. So, here we go. Neil, what do you think of this game, buddy?
I love this game.
Oh, do you want to love this game?
This is a great game.
This game makes me happy.
Shouldn't you put these on?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Just pop them on there.
You need to move your arm.
I must loot. I wonder if I have sound. Just turn me up there. I don't think. Why are they so hot?
Is it sitting next to the PC?
Crumpets.
No sound?
Can you guys hear?
There's no desktop audio coming through. I think.
Yeah, no audio.
Is there audio? Nope.
No audio coming through from the game. I can't hear shit.
It's because you haven't set. Hold on. Alt tab.
What's that?
Alt tab.
Alt tab?
Alt tab.
Yeah. We set that up earlier.
I think it's reset.
Down, down, down. Up. You had it. Oh, up, up, up. It's right. Go up. There you go. Why did it reset? Oh, because we updated Windows.
PC, yeah.
Okay, guys. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we'll restart the game. Yeah, yeah, that works. That works. It's loud as balls. Turn that shit down.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's good.
Hopefully the stream can hear.
Yeah, can you guys hear?
Check, everyone's just leaving to go play Apex.
It was like, I want to play Apex.
So what's our frame rate? 84?
Neil will give you the updates on the frame rate.
95? So yeah, we're smashing well over 90 frames a second most of the time.
How smooth is this game running?
That is running pretty damn. This is a great game.
That's such a great game.
This is actually why we do the stream.
Yeah,
so
we just wanted to play more of those. Oh, dude, look at the skin I got for this thing. How sweet.
Oh, no.
Guys, see my flaming skin? That's ray tracing right there. It's not actually, but how sweet does that look? That's like a legendary skin, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, ultimate.
This way.
No, ultimate. I think it's an ultimate.
There's nothing higher than legendary.
Ultimate.
Forget that.
Going to phase.
Is yours gold and flaming?
So we're playing round for round.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know how this is going to count, but whatever. Have you noticed also, like, it shows how many people are left until there's, I think, 10 squads?
Yeah,
or
then
5
it says
squads
question
left,
mark, yeah.
And it doesn't tell you, which is really cool.
All I
you
need
never
is-
know if you're going up against... This is now the Apex review thread stream.
Yeah. Results? Oh, what's your score? A million.
This game.
A million.
Okay, I've only played it for 2 days, but a million.
A million. I need to get some serious. I got some decent throws here.
Have you killed anyone with
How do you just change grenades on the fly? There you go.
Hold down G.
Okay, cool.
If you go into the inventory to change between healers and boosts like that, I'm going to move.
Sounds great. Sean, still with us, buddy. How we doing in the EveTech Lounge? Be right back. No sound. Vernon, I got it sorted for you, buddy.
Yeah,
I got
sound
it
should be up and
sorted
running
for you,
again.
my good man.
We had to update Windows in the middle of
Just
the
a casual,
stream.
quick Windows update during the stream. You know how one does.
New kill leader appointed.
Dude, I love the grappling.
Someone's got to
system as
take
well.
out that new kill leader. They're too cocky.
I like the sliding system.
I love,
I like
all,
the graphics.
I love all the systems.
I like The reasons for living.
They-
Look at me, I'm like over your shoulder. Hello.
Hey, this is so much better than playing by myself. At least you're here to comment on the
Don't you want to
game.
move over a little bit?
Sorry.
Put me in the back here.
Can you guys see Neil there?
You can kind of just see my head.
100 frames a
New
second
kill
there.
leader. Watch for them.
What's up, buddy?
Mr. Mankey is saying, "Hey, stream fam, how you guys doing? Welcome to the replaying Apex on our RTX 2070 stream."
Yeah. FYI, guys, this was
I'll just throw this in front of Dave's face for a while.
show them the
Here's-
pretty
here's
fans.
graphic
That's the
card.
RTX 2060Z series.
Yeah.
We currently popped in the 27Z series for a little whirly bird, and so far so good.
So far, so good, guys.
If you guys did enjoy the fact that we kind of just talked through, like Neil, do you like to call it a consumer review?
Yeah, so it wasn't a review mainly because we can't do full benchmarking.
We don't have a
in
bench
way
on
that
it.
I would be happy with.
We'll get some good
So,
news.
like,
We're
what we
the
want to do is
next
like give like consumer advice, basically, which is what we aim this for. So, let you guys have a chat, tell us what you like, don't like, while giving you our interpretation of what we think we like about the graphics card. So something different to like the normal review, and I think we like it as well because
More
you can go
casual.
anywhere for frame rates.
You can get a stat sheet from
Yeah.
anyone.
But if you want to know how it feels in the hand,
Yeah.
you only get that here.
It's like
It feels pretty good.
It's like a test drive.
It feels good.
Heads up.
Look at
Package
that.
coming in.
This is like a test
Pretty
drive.
hard.
But yeah, we'd love to do more of these things. If you guys are enjoying the show, please show your support by sharing the stream, so that we can get to do more of these sorts
like
of
and
streams.
follow.
Like and follow as well. Every like, every follow, every share goes a long way helping us grow the stream, get more epic hardware to show you guys. So
Yeah.
take a moment of your time right now. Do that
We
right
always
now.
mix it up.
We always mix it up. We keep it spicy. Do that right now if you haven't done it already. And when FYI, if you do follow the page or about to follow the page, make sure you hit the drop down arrow
Heads up, got one here.
and make sure that you hit the drop down arrow where it says following on Facebook. Change it to see first, otherwise you won't get notified of when we go live. It's just-
Your friends are not helping you.
No, they're not.
They're like, there's an enemy. Oh, that's
They're
cool.
like, that's cool. What's in an enemy?
You gotta win on the stream today, huh?
Yeah, I do a solo one here.
While your other dudes were dead.
Yeah, and I did a squad wipe. Did you see it? Crumpets.
Didn't work and stuff.
It was. You gotta quit your job now. Watch me play video games.
Optics here.
These
Sniper.
guys are terrible players.
Enemy spotted.
My team is trash.
Like I love the spotting system, but like that one, like last night was beautiful.
Firing. One down.
Spotted one.
Reloading. Reloading. I'm getting shot.
Zone.
They're smoking some real now. Crumpets.
Reloading.
Let's get that shotty out. It's time to pump the shotty. Watch this, guys. The shotgun is the best weapon in the game.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Heads up. We've got an airstrike coming in. I've been down.
Give me a sec. Hey, not all of us
Watch
are
this.
recharging shields.
Shots fired and they're hitting me.
I'm getting shot. I'm
That's
taking
too
a
far.
shot.
Can't engage.
Reloading. Reload. Shield up. Reloading. Took out the whole squad. All right.
One sec, healing up.
Help. Don't make me drop my Z ability, y'all. I will if I have to. I don't need it just yet, in fact.
Just gotta patch myself up.
I'm gonna do an epic.
So if you guys are just joining us, just yeah, we are
Welcome to the
actually
party.
playing, reviewing.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, baby. Welcome to the jungle.
60. Graphics card from MSI.
I've been down.
Opening fire.
What's that purple
Bad
thing
guy over there.
that you used?
Reloading.
That's
Oh, that's like an Omega heal. Oh, I got him, bro.
Enemy down.
Heads up. Check out this way.
Russian.
Shots fired. And they're hitting me.
poop.
1 second. Healing up.
I gotta use my Z out here, bro. You gotta
Why'd
need me.
you use your Z there?
Using the decoy escape. Getting shot at.
I know where that guy is.
I've seen
My
this
turn.
before.
Hold on, let me see my squads is. Come on. Come on. How did the 2060 do, Mr. Menkies? The 2060...
It's a great card if you want to run 1080p.
Yeah.
Like really, it'll run pretty much similar to this. Obviously a bit slower. It's about 20% slower at 1080p. But at 4K and above, I would either look at this or 2080.
If you're comfortable with running a 1080p for the next 2 years, not interested in 4K, then the 1060, dude, it's got the ray tracing feature. We went into ray tracing in detail, and once you see it, if you missed it, go check it out early in the stream because the difference is night and day. Let's get Neil front and center here. Let's get Neil front and center.
Move. Move.
I just picked up my 25-inch ultra wide. Oh, you went for it, buddy. Nice. Very nicely done.
This will also work fine with the ultra wide.
Yeah. Get out of your way. I'm still here. So now a dull 24-inch on the sides with a 25 in the center. Nice, dude. That's like something that Neo would have in the Matrix. Badass.
Something that I have at home.
So you got that setup. I got a similar setup.
You got this, yeah.
Similar, but different.
Why is it taking so long to matchmake?
It does, yeah. It does take some
Mine doesn't take this long.
it takes time. It takes time.
I do like these Razer Kraken Tournament Edition
Yeah.
headphones you have, yeah.
They are nice, yeah.
They're very nice.
You got the green ones.
I have the green ones.
They're sweet as grandma's apple pie.
Thanks to our friend at Apex for hooking us up with
Yeah,
those.
no, they're sweet, dude. They're sweet. They're very similar to the V2s, aren't they?
Yeah, the V2 Tournament Edition and these, I mean the V2s and Tournament Edition are almost the same.
What was I getting frame rate wise when the action was kicking off? 100.
Dude, like 100 basically the whole time.
190 to 100 on average. So I was getting about 90 to 100 on average with this
choose.
game pretty much cranked. It's not bad.
Sorry, just waiting for it to matchmake now. Get back in the frame.
Yeah.
Get in the frame.
Hey everybody!
I have a sore shoulder tomorrow.
Hey everybody! So like I said earlier, if you guys are enjoying the stream and want to see more hardware streams, please share the stream. Share it anywhere. Your Facebook page, your wife's Facebook page, your celebrity pet's Facebook page, you know, your business's page. Share it everywhere. It really goes a long way helping us grow the stream and secure more epic content. Epic content like what, Neil? Like the video we're about to drop on Friday?
Yeah, the video on Friday is
Buckle
something
up,
magical.
9 a.m. goes live.
The stream we're going to rock tomorrow night. The stream we rocked last night was pretty epic.
Everything's just life changing.
It is.
Everything's just
Really
life
good.
changing. We don't put out the crash.
This
Like
lock
that.
and load,
got work to
rinse,
do.
repeat. It's that simple.
Last line is magical.
What's her zipper?
She gets it with
I am the founder. You can call me Bloodhound.
She's got level 3 everything.
Oh,
Time
really?
to put some lead down range.
You get level 3 armor.
Even if you don't have a gun, you can just drop one of those and you sort it.
Yeah. So I messed up last night because I only dropped it at the end of the game.
So yeah, why was I punching the last guy in the circle when you
Well,
ended
I
up
dropped
getting-
it before then. But
Justin J. Morrison in the house, long time no see. How you doing, buddy?
Introducing your champion.
What's cracking lacking? We love hardware, so the more you show, the more we love.
show the man some hardware.
Ooh,
Show him some hardware.
2060. Oh, 2060 Z series. We're running the 2070 right now. Let's do pop zooming there. At home watching again, Raul. How was the traffic, buddy?
Let's land here.
We've jumped into some Apex Legends.
No, it's still a hardware review.
Still a hardware review. 77 frames, 87 frames. We've got the frame count in the top right if you guys are interested.
How pretty this game is.
Dude, for a BR game, hey?
For a BR game that no one knew was getting released.
Dude, that's the thing. Let's talk about the launch of this game for a second.
We're changing the
we're
stream
talking
again.
about performance as well. But the fact that they announced the game and released it half an hour later, when was the last time you saw a Ninja release like that?
I don't know. But it was bad.
It was amazing, dude. And the fact that it's probably going to like beat out Fortnite 2 million. million players worldwide.
Oh, like I think this is just such a better game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who's this? Oh, friend.
Attention. First blood.
And it's just got such good
First
quality
blood.
of life.
Good thing it's not
Yeah,
us.
I was still
things.
saying it today. Just it's just things that once you use enemy nearby.
A champion has fallen.
Once you use, you can't go back to not using in other BR games. It just feels like a step back. Give it a shot.
Round 1. Beginning ring
I mean,
countdown.
how like smooth?
Yeah,
We're all
beautiful,
inside the
this
ring.
game.
Good.
Plays best on RTX.
Plays best on RTX. Confirmed by Dangerous Dave. It's your boy. More like cool
Scopy
effects.
scopes.
I love the content. Want to see some shit blow up and be all smoky. Raul wants some smoky smoke.
Does he want our like
Even
hardware to blow
if
up?
it's not Call of Duty though, Raul, are you sure, buddy?
Raul,
Have
are you feeling okay, bro?
Did Raul download? You downloaded this game. Have you played it yet? I guess not. Justin J. Morrison, how you been keeping, buddy? What's news? Tell me a tale, my good man. Haven't seen your face in a long time. Does Legends have DXR?
No, it does not.
What is DXR again?
That's real-time ray tracing.
Oh, is that ray tracing?
It's the DirectX ray
No,
tracing.
I think this game had ray tracing.
This game is running on the Source engine, which is the Half-Life 2 engine.
Why does it look so good?
Because the wizards...
But is that why it's so optimized?
Yeah, that's why it runs like perfectly.
Yeah. So this is the same engine that Half-Life 2.
Well, it's a long...
Yeah, but it's the same engine
A
that
long,
Half-Life
long
2 was running on in
development since then.
1998. 1999.
Yeah. I need a scope.
And it runs like
Deploying health
Source.
drone.
I can't believe this is Source, bro. You can see like the Source DNA in certain
Yeah, yeah.
areas.
No,
Thanks.
it's definitely got Source DNA. Oh,
Helmet here. Level 1. Let's go.
I'm
this
sad
way.
I can't even run this on low. Justin, what are you running, buddy?
yeah, bro.
Someone needs to get themselves a little RTX 2060. Link in the description.
Hit up our friends at
E-Tech will sort you
E-Tech.
out, bro. Have no fear. But what are your specs? Because this doesn't take a lot. It's not a very demanding game.
I know that Mozambique is a really good gun.
Dude, I did a squad wipe with the Mozambique, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only a 3-round capacity. Mr. Putz is saying, lol, gimme. Good in yourself, mofo. That looks like a good addition to a PC. Justin J. Morrison. Dude, I tell you what, get yourself an RTX card, bro. I don't have one myself. After the stream's done, I've got to cry, get physically aggressive. Neil has to then basically strap me down,
Deploying
remove
head
the
drone.
2070 Z series from my rig, and give it back to MSI.
Yeah.
I will fight him.
Good this way.
I will fight you as best I can.
Might be something good.
But
This way.
I gotta go back to my 1070.
Yeah. We're going to speak to the guys at MSI. And like, you know Dangerous Dave, right?
Like, you heard of the guy, right?
You know him, right?
You lived in the danger zone before, buddy?
He's got the hair.
He's like, I'm married, aren't I?
Watching this vector.
You know what's also cool about this game?
Bottom, don't be the guy that does double middle click.
Recharging my
You got to stay on, okay?
Contact. Taking fire. Throwing thermite grenade.
Double timing.
Crowd go.
Give me
Oh, there we go. That's how we play. Pull
Reloading.
back for an armor charge.
Enemy down.
Oh, wait, it's going to be done in like 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2,
That's good.
1.
Nice.
Reloading. Taking fire.
It's-
Took out.
Okay, taking fire. Just 1 second.
Reloading.
Health drone if you need it.
No!
Reloading.
Buddy, you gotta
Defeated the whole squad. Half the squad's
I was referring to smoking hard to roll.
Let's explore this.
We don't overclock live anymore. We had
That was a
we
fun
flew a
stream.
bit close to the sun like Icarus
Good looking
with
up.
the 2080 Ti that was worth 27,000 rand.
Yeah.
We almost flew the computer. But anyway,
Oh, we did make it crash a couple of times. That was a fun
Yeah, the
stream.
CPU is at 100 degrees. Are all the 2060 cards going to have a Z in them? No, so the Z series is basically like the overclock range.
Yeah. No, it's not their overclock, it's just their premium range.
Yeah,
it's got RGB,
it's a bit tweaked.
it's got the metal backplate, it's got all the good stuff.
So the card itself has like some nice additional features.
I mean, we have two of us here.
I think you lost a guy. Come on, African Shroud. I saw your counterpart, American Shroud, slay 16 kills with a pistol, Raul. I have to ask you, did Shroud do a squad wipe solo before winning a game solo? I don't think he did.
I think Dave did.
I think Dave did. I think Dave did the double D did. I got a 740M, Justin. Okay.
Ooh, dude, no.
Okay, so I don't know.
Have you got a laptop? No, time
I
for
don't
an
know. I
upgrade.
don't know. It was that low? Okay, no.
Time for an upgrade.
No, but sorry, Justin. You got to get an upgrade. 740M, dude. No. What sort of frames compared to like a 2060? It's like, let's not even.
You can maybe play Counter Strike on it.
No, dude. Time to get rid of the 740M. Justin, hook up an RTX series card, buddy. Hook it up. Does the new card run Anthem? Does this new card run Anthem?
Absolutely. I think Anthem might have RTX as well.
Yeah, I was playing Anthem on this a couple of nights ago.
Because it's running on the Battlefield 5 engine.
Anthem ran like a dream on this 27 Z series, dude. Like an absolute silk. It didn't run as smooth as this. Probably about 60.
This game.
This game's just so well optimized.
So good.
Yeah.
Have I told you how much I like this game?
Have I told you how much I like this game?
Oh man, this game is good.
I'll never play Blackout ever again. I played Blackout after playing this,
Yeah.
and I was telling Craig, the guy I play with, I was like, dude, what are you doing with your life? You got to get on this game right now. And he's like, oh, download it. I don't think he did that.
Dude, and it's free.
And it's free. What? Talk about the biggest comeback of all time.
Yeah.
For not
Respawn can do no wrong.
Phenom CPUs have compatibility.
Countdown.
Mr. Minkies. Phenom?
Health drawn if you need it.
I'm not sure about that. Milton maybe.
Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline
Apex
package.
all downloaded. Division 2 undownloaded and still busy working, so no gaming tonight. Raul, I haven't downloaded the Division 2. It's after we finish the stream, I'm going to start downloading it. And then get ready for a squad stream tomorrow. Myself, the Marksman, Clovisaurus.
Dude, this is why you use this thing.
And Just Playing Jimmy in a Division 2 squad on PC. It's going to be amazing. Did I just hear the composed Marksman drop the F-bomb in the
No, I said fudge.
You never swear.
Never swear.
I don't know what swearing means. I got a 460 OC in my
Very good.
That's cool. Keep that 460 hammer, bro. You got no worries. I just got in.
That's alright.
Is the squad dead?
We did.
Let me jump in, bro.
I'll do. Jump in.
I'll do one more.
Oh yeah, then I think we can.
We'll do one more
round.
round. Let me jump in. Squeeze. You guys ready? Buckle up. Make sure your volume's cranked. You guys ready?
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Are you ready?
You really adopted the dark.
I don't think you are.
I didn't see the light until I was already a man, but...
Let's get it.
So Raul needs to upgrade. Raul needs to stop playing PlayStation.
Dude.
Get at the tabs.
You're not gonna get ray tracing on PlayStation, my man.
Also, yeah, PlayStation's gonna use an AMD graphics card, and they don't have ray tracing.
What, PS5? I think PS5 is trying to achieve 4K 60 on all their titles. They're not going for ray tracing. So Raul, you're gonna have to upgrade or get a PC. Get a game. You know what you should do? If you guys aren't hardcore gaming enthusiasts, just get a gaming laptop. You get them like there's some good gaming laptop deals going at the moment.
Yeah.
Check out EveTech's link in the description.
EveTech's got some good stuff going on.
Gaming laptop, take it anywhere. It plays basically anything. You even get the 2060 series laptops now with RTX.
Yeah.
So they've just released the laptops, a new range of MSI laptops.
Available yet.
They will be in the next week or so.
But those are beasts.
RTX 2060 series laptop range from MSI coming out in the next week or two.
That's ridiculous.
That's amazing. Ray tracing on a laptop. It's your boy. Okay, last round of the night. Let's make it a winner. Winner, winner, winner,
I'm
winner.
hardly in the scene.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Get ready.
3 words.
How many
Win,
kills you get in the last
win
round?
again. Yeah.
That's not bad. Bangalore, clear the shingles.
Spent gunpowder.
I love the
Smells
art
like
style in this
victory.
game, man.
Trust nature. Then trust yourself.
We need to like so check. We've got 3 assault characters. Guys aren't playing, and I picked first, so I'm not sure it's done. People aren't playing properly. You don't need ray tracing in COD Double D. Ray tracing is not going to improve skill.
What am
That's
I
what you
looking
think,
at?
buddy. That's what you think, Raul. Watch this game.
See Raul like sitting in his room. It's just like surrounded by Call of Duty.
Just Call of Duty like paraphernalia.
I don't know why I didn't love this game. This game is made.
He's
by
downloading it. He's downloading it.
Zampella, the guy who made Modern Warfare 4. Like Modern Warfare. He made Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2.
This might be a good place to land, but
Made
what do I know?
this, made Titanfall. Guy's a freaking genius.
Yeah, dude, that's a good try.
That's lies below.
Yeah, so Raul, this game was made by the people that made Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3? Which was Modern Warfare 1 and 2, probably some of the best Call of Duties they've made. So this should be right up his alley. I don't know what his daily is. Why is the keyboard all sticky? What's wrong with your hands? Why is it sticky?
Was the nerve-wracking game?
Crap. So we give an honest stream. There's no smoke and mirrors here. Give you the honest, behind the velvet curtain. Oh dude, look at this Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper's amazing, but it's one shot in like a 2-3 second reload.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Close. Hustle up.
Take this.
The fact that you already know what the guns are day 3 of the release.
That just goes to show like the learning curve is they've designed this game to. It's almost like a pick up and play type game. Look how easy it is to loot, dude. Yeah.
Attention. First blood.
I don't need that.
First blood. FNGs always go first.
Forgot the ring and light. Does it remind you of Titanfall 2 at all?
Yeah. The movements, the player movement.
The visual style.
The gun feel and all that.
Yeah.
You don't have the wall running, but I'm telling you, in 6 months they're going to release a character with wall running.
They say that they are still working on Titanfall 3. They're going to release it in this year.
No. Who said that?
It's all over the ether.
Yeah. Did you read that today?
Today. They said they got a premium Titanfall title coming out in the year.
I don't know.
Serial.
I don't know.
I'm gonna jam this, bro. I said I would. It's already finished downloading. Raul, get in there, dude. I want to hear your thoughts because Raul is such a hardcore COD fan, and this game is just it's just dripping with COD DNA. So I'm so curious to see what he says. So this is for the true COD hardcore fans. Sniper stock.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
Scanning the area.
Oh, you get a barrel for the gun. That's it.
Like a little barrel now, yeah.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Could have done the VO for this game. Yeah.
Oh, the main guy is the South African. So.
I love that. In the bloody intro, there's like this Afrikaans guy is like, okay, gather around. Gather around.
Sometimes.
Put down the bloody Richelieu, please. I've got something to tell you. Put down the Richelieu. So, we are all fighting for survival. Like, how cool is that,
You're
dude?
pretty stacked up there.
Yeah, but
What's it? Oh, you only got 16 shotguns.
we're all bloody fighting, man. Have you guys? Have you? Raul, I don't think you've seen the intro to this game. I've never played it. It's just like this Afrikaans dude, like just narrating the whole intro.
If you die.
If you die,
If he dies.
if you clap him second. I'm not even exaggerating. That's the intro.
Up. Rings closing in 1.
No, you don't have to switch weapons. Though.
Oh, I'm so used to it from Blackout, dude. So used to it. How are we
I'm
doing?
watching you struggle with controls.
Shit, let's get a balloon. We need a balloon.
The ring is distant. Time is short.
We need a balloon.
Slide down the hills, man.
What is Titanfall's obsession with Afrikaans people?
They're the bad guys.
Why do people always think Afrikaans people are bad? Like even in movies. The second there's an Afrikaans guy, they're like, that's the bad guy. They've portrayed us as bad guys in so many. Eh?
You're looting too much.
Yeah. Alright. I saw a stand-up comedian do a whole bit about it.
Yeah.
It's like, if you have an Afrikaans accent, there's no one's ever going to trust you. And he goes to he's like, hi, can I help you with that broken, can I help you with that spare tire? And then he's like, hi, can I help you with that spare tire? It's just, who are you going to trust?
Hustle up.
Yeah. You like Richelieu, eh?
You've really lost the track of this
Oh, well, we're on track.
You still want to loop, don't you?
It's balloon it, bro. Nah, I'm bleed it up.
I bet that care package has some sweet gear for us.
I don't know where I was going.
Guys, we're obviously here.
Yeah, we'll make the zone. Just. I'm gonna go back to YouTube. Sorry, I'm out. Brian Jr. Smith! Brian Jr. Smith! Dude, it's amazing how good the stream looks on YouTube and no one watches it on YouTube.
It does.
It looks better than Twitch. 60 FPS, smooth as a button, but no one watches it on YouTube. It's crazy. What's Raul saying there?
I don't know why my comments are being posted twice. Sorry, I'm watching and commenting on my phone, and maybe that's why.
Oh yeah,
it's only coming up once on our side. I think it's just on his phone. It's coming up twice.
Don't worry, friend. FYI, how much is 100 bits? No, it's not
Marking
FYI.
our surroundings.
Isn't a bit like 50 cents or
So
20 cents or something? 20 US dollars.
It's 100 bits like $10.
I don't like that. Why did you get 100 bits?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Just to brag, but no, that like today.
Oh.
It's like a tenner.
You see, no one's giving bits on this stream. They're like, we need to save our money for the RTX 2060.
We want that 2060Z series. Link in the description. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Hail to the king, baby.
If you guys could see how Dave has to lean around to try and like push
This is how I do, bro. Huh? It's like,
Why don't you put it here?
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
It's a bit
changing
better.
your life.
Scanning the area.
A bit better.
Good.
Yeah? I don't have a Z-bomb, bro. No, it's a distraction. I just smashed everything.
Reloading.
See how nice is this gun?
Just gotta patch myself up. Hang on.
Okay.
Reloading.
Throwing through my grenade. Throwing through my grenade.
I need a armor. Good shit.
The complete squad.
gonna drop a Z-bomb, bro.
Marking our surroundings.
Give my shields a recharge.
Recharging shield.
Hold on, we won't do that.
Taking a med kit.
I'm a real boy!
Just gotta patch myself up.
Gotta sleep, sleep.
You can boost one more time.
Yeah, I know, I just wanna get these guys going. Body shield I got pretty good.
Take it on.
Yeah?
Take the guy's helmet, you gotta do the helmet.
Oh shit.
Nah, I'm going to the room.
Balls.
Scanning the area.
Balls. Let's meet up inside.
Just gotta patch myself up. Hang on.
Reloading.
How powerful is that? Dude, like I said, shotguns are like life in this game, bro. The thermite out the wazoo, dude. Get that shit on fleek.
Shields.
Where's my thermite?
Can't pick it up. You fill that. I need shields. Where that purple do you need shields?
Guys are carrying without me.
Contact.
Attention. The kill leader has been eliminated.
I'm gonna drop these.
1 minute remains. All fighters close sight.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Tango spotted. Danger close.
Guys are
Less
carrying
than 1
without me.
minute. The ring is not far.
Let's reposition here.
Yeah, that'll be
Hostile. Danger
It's got
close.
2 kills, buddy. Smashed.
Throwing Arcstar. Throwing Arcstar. Arcstar out.
Just so he's
3-0.
dropping his
Bring
on
firing. Reloading.
Reloading.
YouTube for the win, but you never check the comments on there. I'm saving my dollar for PS5 at 4K 60. Back is
Bless me with sight.
even and kill
I'm taking fire.
I hope you enjoyed
10 seconds.
Keep on playing,
Knocking
Rob.
on the door.
Whole unit. KIA. Damn.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
what do I need, bro?
Kill leader. A humble servant of the gods. Use the map as your guide. The ring is moving. Reloading. The complete squad is defeated.
Only 2 bad guy squads left.
2 squads left, let's win this.
They usually carry rare platforms.
Shit. How do we get back in the zone? Going up here. Let's hit the burn. Shit, dude, we're running.
The other way.
Let's whip out a little victory, shall we, guys? For the fan.
Taking a knee. Patching up.
Taking a moment to heal.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Just gotta patch myself up.
Let's win this. 1 squad left. Let's look at my Z ability. No, it's us and
Take the helmet, Rob. That big one. Come on.
All father, give me
Big one.
I'm kitted up with
There's
YZ.
tons of ammo.
With this, dude, that's plenty of ammo. But this gun,
Yeah.
it's like a 1-shot kill. I need nades and stuff. Yeah?
Just kind of hit.
Can you see them?
I saw a gunshot.
Let's try to get them when they're confused.
marking our surroundings.
Sorry. They're here somewhere.
So wait.
We're just gonna get zoned.
Wait for those guys to engage, and then pick off the losers.
Yeah, let's just get zoned.
How's it?
Now we are. Yeah.
Get the high ground. You're like in the kill box there, dude.
Marking our surroundings.
Whew, coming down to the wire. 3 squads left, ladies and gents. Can we pull the victory out the hat? I think we can. Let's do it. Let's do it for RTX and ray tracing, yo.
Let's do it.
Let's do it for RTX and ray tracing.
Let's do it for MSI and ETech.
Let's do it for MSI and ETech. It's your boy. No one's coming from the side, dude. No one's coming from this side.
I'm playing sneaky.
Let's reposition here.
Let's move on. That's a long way to go. That is a long way to go, ladies and gents. Final circle approaching. The gunfire. We should smash them now that they're being distracted.
We are inside the ring.
We'll get center ring.
Check it out. Care package coming in.
Yeah, hi to your lead on the way.
You can see the sign on the radar. That sign?
No, that's a care package. There's 2 squads that are engaging each other, dude. Let's get some cover. There's no cover there.
Trust in the All Father. I am down but alive.
Target spotted. Alright, lucky us. We're already inside this next ring.
They're being engaged by the other guys. There's smoke. Right, dude. He's down out there. I think he might see when I'm being engaged.
Throwing thermite grenade.
You can send your Z that way, they'll shoot him.
How do you send it that way?
You just aim in that direction because there.
Faking him out with a decoy.
Cover him.
Dude, he's down. I can't revive him.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. No, dude, he's down. Like, there's no more boosts.
Sorry.
Bad news, I'm down.
Literally sold us down the river there, dude. Holy shit. You can't, like, not in the final series. Like, if he was recovered means you can only take the card. Like, can't be revived.
My man.
Well, yeah, lost his scan there, ladies and gents.
I think that was still alive.
Hold tight. I got your back.
He's still alive.
Yep, you are wonderful. Thank you.
She sold us down the river.
Give him my shield to recharge. Look at the grenade.
It's over. It's over, guys.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
Oh, now I have to deal with it. Bit of Dave.
That would be better, alright. Come on, buddy.
I knew your every move.
NVIDIA for the win. Not gonna win. Let's see if my buddy's still up. He looks like a hacker.
Yes, he does look like a hacker, bro. Hey.
Look at this hacker.
Jeez.
How's he moving so quickly?
This is on your team.
This is DCI. Well, we all know why we lost that one. We all know why we lost that one, ladies and gents. However, that was a lot of fun. I think
cool.
I enjoyed that, buddy. I mean, we looked at a lot of great features.
Yeah.
Of
Let's switch
the,
back to the penthouse.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
We looked at a lot of great features on the brand new RTX 2060 Z series, as well as the 2070 Z series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check earlier in the stream, the first hour and a half. We break down the cards, their performance. We show you some demos and video demos in terms of ray tracing, some real impressive stuff. And it'll really open your eyes in terms of what ray tracing is all about. So once again, big ups to MSI for letting us even do this. They're the guys that gave us the card. Big ups to my man Neil. Even though he sells me down the river, literally.
I've only played the
literally,
game
we
twice.
were in a river. He knows his stuff when it comes to hardware. So thank you, buddy. Thanks for being my wingman.
Thanks to everyone who joined us. And
Absolutely.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Everyone that jumped in to say hi, Vernon, Raul, Brian Jr. Smith, Craig Nicholas, Justin J. Morrison, Mr. Menkeys, and a whole bunch of other guys. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, follow our Facebook page, and do one better, share the stream. We really appreciate it. We're going to love and leave you, gents. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And ladies.
And ladies. We're going to play you out with this sweet RTX intro/outro.
Hooray.
Last game, because it was Neil's fault. No, that's all we got. Much love to you guys. Thank you to MSI. Thank you to Eve Tech. If you guys want to see the cards, we link them in the description. So you can see the...
You can buy them right now from Eve Tech.
You guys can go check them out. Until next time, ladies and gents, take it easy. And above all, stay dangerous.